Good morning. Feel much better. It's a new day. It's not good morning actually. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. So we got here. We landed around 2. I think we probably went to bed around 4. Is my guess in the morning. By the time we had all the suitcases up here. So yeah, today is another day. Or farther in the day. I said it again. It's twice. Kids all slept good. 10 hours here in the hotel. We're gonna get up now. We'll do our thing today, and then go to bed again, and then hopefully we'll be adjusted to the time. So definitely busy here now. It would appear everybody loves using horns because it's a constant banter or beep 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 beep. And I don't know if anybody's actually mad. They just like to whamp on the horn. Just to let people know they're there, maybe? I don't know. This looks interesting. Best seeing Tbilisi. That would be cool. I'll have to remember that one. Some kind of a tour bus here. And drive around and look at the city. I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down. I got some girls joining me. Good morning. Well, no, it's good afternoon. That's the 3rd time I've done that. Anyway, yeah, this is quite amusing. There's no lines painted on these roads. And I cannot count the amount of horns I've heard. They're really just bamping away. These buildings are stunning. I wonder if there's a history here. Because this one there that I'm looking at is identical to the one we're in. Over here. And then there's another one right here, which is very, very similar as well. But it's slightly different. Which makes up the square here. And yeah, how you know where you're going or not going, I'm not exactly sure. Like that road's 2 ways, this is 2 ways, but this roundabout is only 1 way. And that looks 2 ways. Oh, look at that little truck. That's awesome. Mitsubishi.
Just sitting in the middle of nowhere.
Where do you see him? Oh yeah. Maybe he's not sure what to do next. Just parked in the middle of nowhere. And then you get here, I just noticed somebody selling books or something. Which is kind of neat.
That's the one way over there, straight over there.
There's just a lot of stuff going on here. Pardon? Oh yeah, and there's dogs. I've noticed that yesterday night too when I was in here. There's just random dogs wandering around like they do their own thing. Like I don't know if that belongs to anybody or what. They just wander around town.
I was wondering if that belongs to these people right there behind it. Come on, look, those 2 people.
It might. It might belong to them. I have no idea. Pardon?
Those 2 people are trying to stand on the
Oh yeah, on the scooters. Anyway, we're not city folk, we're country folk. So you can learn a lot watching people. Motoring around. Yeah, that's what the horn's for, to let people know they're about to get run over. Oh, yeah. That beautiful cathedral or church or something still right there. Really love to go check that out. It's a stunning looking building. Anyway, we're not going to do a whole lot today. Just kind of recoup, catch sleep. Wonder if I can figure out where this guy's playing this music. So Wesley, Waylon, and I are out for the first time here to go get some groceries. This is the hallway getting into the apartment. Nothing fancy to look at. Would have been at one point. Right, these are the steps all the way in here. This is an old building, so I'm told. The elevator as well would have been from Soviet times, very, very old. And obviously could use a few updates in here. Very big doors here as well. Pretty cool. So anyway, we're stepping out. I'm gonna find some groceries. If I can get out. Aha, pull, don't push. Here too is pretty neat. Flagstones. And the beautiful unknown. So I probably won't videotape a lot this time because I have no idea where I'm going. And I don't want to lose my kids. Beautiful. This is entertaining and super confusing. We have no idea what we're doing. Eggs are different though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in a carton instead. For $4.70. So I think that's like you can pretty well cut it in half. So like $2.50 ish for a dozen eggs. So it's not terrible, I don't think. I have no idea. We're just gonna get some. There's lots of these little tiny shops. You get a little bit of everything, but not very big. It's kind of like a variety store almost. And then it's a matter of figuring out what's in this stuff because I don't read any of this. Not yet, anyway.
All right, it is good afternoon, I think. Well, here for us in Georgia, it's afternoon. For you, I think it's still evening. We got to this apartment or Airbnb in the morning, and it was exhausting and definitely a culture shock for us. We had to go up all these flights of stairs to bring the suitcase up. And when we got here, like, the gentleman that drove us didn't speak any English. Well, he could say yes, yes when we were talking to him in English, and he could say no, but I'm not sure how much he actually understood. The people when we got here didn't speak English. The person that we booked with spoke English, perfectly good English, but for some reason, when we got here, the person that she asked to meet us in the morning didn't speak any English, so that was quite complicating. Aaron eventually... I went upstairs with the children, or some of the children, while the boys started lugging up luggage. There was a small elevator in the building, so they started using that. And then these two young gentlemen were walking by, and he asked if they spoke English, and they said a little bit. And he says, can you help me get these up there? And they say, for how much? So he paid them a little bit of money to help lug our suitcases up the stairs into this apartment. So we've been just kind of resting here while Aaron goes and tries to find some food and just things that we might need here. Is having a heyday, getting into everything, pulling everything out. He's just leave that in there, okay? Yeah. Anyway, he's getting into everything. Okay, earlier today, Finny was told to put this. Look, it's still wet. He's told to put this garbage back in the bathroom, and here, it's a duvet. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, they use that here. So they wash themselves after they use the toilet. They wash themselves with this hose in these countries. Well, he ended up touching that hose, and apparently it sprayed him in the face. So then he dropped the hose, and the nozzle, of course, the nozzle got stuck on somehow. I'm not even sure. Oh, we turned this on. Anyway, see how it pours out. It got stuck. It was on, and anyway, it sprayed everywhere. The whole floor was a mess. He then promptly, there's a lid in the bathroom. He promptly tripped on that, trying to get out of the bathroom. The hose then made a mess all the way across the kitchen here, all the way across this floor. This cupboards were all sprayed, all the way up this wall was sprayed, even this door. So it was all a mess here. Huge mess here. Everything was soaked in here. This was all wet. It went all the way up this door, all the way up this door, all the way up this wall. He was quite entertaining. He was, he didn't know what was going on. But he's not going to touch that again, are you? You're not going to touch that again, are you?
No.
No. With all the hustle and bustle, Miss Corlin decided to get sick. We're not sure. She had some nuts. We're not sure whether she had a reaction to those nuts. She just feels, I think it's just... We've been basically awake for 24 to 48 hours straight because nobody slept on the first day of the plane. And then we were in the airport and nobody slept there either for 10 hours. And it was pretty exhausting. So I think she's just exhausted and needs sleep. All right, so he's back. We got some goods. We're not sure what we all got, but he's got something.
Okay, frozen chicken.
Oh,
I think that's what that is. It says chicken griller, so.
I'm so glad they have English on some things here.
On some things, yeah, and then Google Translate works great. So.
Okay, keep
Got some
going.
toilet paper.
Yeah, some toilet paper.
This is apple juice.
Nice. Orange juice.
More apple juice.
Excellent.
There's strawberry jam.
Nice.
We got a loaf of bread, 2 loaves of bread.
Oh, that's neat. Butter. Looks like yummy bread.
Jar of honey.
Nice.
Oh.
Eggs, that's awesome.
Yeah, but look at these. They're
Can I
like
get 10 things in-
10.
Yeah, I've seen that actually before.
There's some carrots.
Carrots.
Pepperettes.
Nice.
These are supposed to be ready to eat.
Okay.
Here's some chips.
How do you know?
Buddy told me they were ready to eat, so I don't know.
There you go.
2 loaves of bread
That looks yummy.
and 2 jugs of water. And all of that cost us 130.
Chow.
So 130 gel, which is Georgian money,
Yeah.
and that works out to 66 Canadian dollars.
Okay, and that was at a variety
It's a
store.
variety store, not a grocery store.
Not a grocery store.
Ariane and I are back out again. Oh, your first time. And looking for a few more things. There's supposed to be another grocery store closer or farther away with more options, but I'm just blown away with the building. It's super busy down here. It's about 7 o'clock at night. But like, these are stunning. Nice old buildings. Lots of graffiti around. Like this one here looks like it's blocked off. Steel there and graffiti written all over the place. Lots of spray paint on other buildings. I don't know. It's like a different culture, different world. A little store with some stuff. Lots of little restaurants. Tons of stray dogs just roaming around. I see them all over the place. But yeah, it's very, very busy. Everybody seems friendly, but it is a different culture. Nobody waits for cars. If you want to cross the street, you just start walking. Hope you don't get hit, I guess. A whole different world. It's kind of fun, but it's going to take us a while to get used to it, especially because we're not even city folks at all. We are definitely country folk. Like our peace and quiet. Like a barber shop in there. Looks like somebody's getting a haircut. Anyway, a little bit of a glimpse of nightlife here. Nightlife, the girls are just telling me somebody's singing out here. So anyway, it's 8 o'clock, I think, roughly at night here in Tbilisi. It hasn't slowed down one bit. Still, well, I shouldn't say one bit. It is definitely quieter than earlier today, but there's still loads of cars. And these guys are singing over here.
On the parking side.
Anyway, pretty cool. No idea what they're singing about. It might be something bad for all I know, but it sounds neat. Still blown away by the stray dogs. There's stray dogs everywhere, as I filmed earlier. And I noticed now walking down the side of the road, they have RFID tags, little round buttons in their ears. There's no collars, no leashes, no nothing. They just wander wherever they want, no owners. I presume somebody would own them. That's why they have an RFID tag. But as far as doing their business, I guess they probably just do it wherever they feel like. And somebody maybe cleans it up. I have no idea. I haven't yet to see any stray cats, but I do smell cats. They're pretty gross. I just learned a little bit about the history of this area here. This used to be German quarter back in the 18th century. I guess the German settlers moved into town here, or moved to this area, and built what they called Nua Tbilisi or something. Anyway, basically New Tbilisi, and it was far from the original Tbilisi. There's a McDonald's right there. So Tbilisi, the city, was already around, and then they built this. And it also said on there that, and I haven't verified this, I guess Anissa just did a little bit, but it's the only part of Tbilisi that has straight grid pattern roads. And so Anissa zoomed out on the map, and yeah, that's right, because the rest of the city, all the roads are just zigzag and just a mess. And this portion has perfect, nice grid patterns, straight, neat, tidy, and orderly. So some of the roads apparently are all built in German designs. This particular portion where we are now is built in a Stalinist period. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it's typical Russian looking architecture, I guess. And it sounds like, so I was wondering earlier today, we've got this older building, they kind of match. This one here and this one here are identical, right? That one is slightly different, but a similar architectural style. And then over here, I was wondering what's going on because there's just the McDonald's here. It's a much newer building, and it sounds like there used to be a church there. A big Lutheran church, if I understood correctly, which got destroyed in the Stalin's time. So I don't know if I'm getting that totally correct, but there's a bit of history here anyway. It's kind of neat. And a lot of political rallies are held right here in this square, sounds like, because it's kind of an east meets west attitude here. There's the old nationalist way of thinking here that want to keep things Georgian in the way they are, meeting a lot of the younger people and newer ideas wanting to be more pro-Western. And so right here is where those two styles meet, where you have the old ways and the new architecture, the old way of thinking and the new way of thinking, traditionalist values versus modern values, all kind of meets right here in this part of town. So I'm sure that'll be just fine for us, but it's interesting. Our friends are still singing. It's 9:30 at night now. Nothing slowed down here much. Traffic has settled down a bit. It's probably safer to walk across the street now. When we got here last night, this was dead. There was like no cars hardly.
And you thought that there was quite a few people up still.
Yeah, I was amazed at how many people were still awake. Yeah. Ooh, look at that car. That guy got nailed. See, this is a testament to the crazy driving over here. I've seen a lot of cars like that beat up. It is a bit of a zoo walking down the road.
I was very grateful though that when we arrived at 3 in the morning that it wasn't like this.
Oh yes.
Like it was stressful enough as it was, and we showed up and it was dead, and we piled all our luggage onto the sidewalk, and this would have been very, very, very stressful.
Oh yes. So earlier today was just crawling with people. I showed you some of that footage. While our bus parked here, our door is right here. This little alleyway you can see between these restaurants and those restaurants. And so today this was full of people eating food, and that was full. We parked our bus here, put all our luggage. We got 17 large suitcases, 8 small suitcases, plus 2 backpacks, all here. 8 children and a mom and a pa, trying to figure out what to do with 2 ladies that didn't speak English and our bus driver that didn't speak English. Anyway, we got it all in here. I ended up finding 2 guys walking down the side of the road here. Asked them if they knew English. They knew a little bit. Asked them if they'd help with luggage. And they of course wanted to be paid with that, and I said that's fine. So they helped us haul everything all inside the building. We are up 3-4 stories with 11-foot ceilings. It's a lot of steps. There's a little old Soviet elevator in there, and anyway, got her all in. So, but it wouldn't have been much fun to do in the middle of the day with a lot of traffic. So we're only in here for 8 days. Then we're hoping to find a rental house. We'll be heading to the rental house. We'll have to move all that luggage then out, but perhaps we can do multiple trips. I don't know. We'll see what we figure out. Maybe I can hire that same bus again to help us out as well. I don't know yet. We'll see. Discussing the traffic here, and it kind of reminds me of ants. You know, take one of those ant hills and you kick the top off and everything's going every direction. Watching this intersection for a while, and there's no rhyme or reason. It just dawned on me there isn't even any stoplights here. People just go when they want and when they can. So, sorry it's going to be a little boring. I'm just going to leave it here for a minute. The chaos is hilarious. So here comes a car from that side. He's just going to find a space and he's going to go. Earlier there was a bus there. He needed more space and he couldn't get any space. So it sat there for a while as people were zipping in front of him. Like where that cube van is, it was just sitting there. So this is going to work out. I should wait for a busier section and then we'll go again. And then while it was all packed in full of people, we seen some guy on a scooter come right through the middle of it all and zipping around, and away he went in the middle of the intersection. Like where we are, they'd be kind of stuck more on the sidewalk, see? So
there's no rhyme or reason. They just
no. I'll wait for more traffic. I'll turn it on again. All right, so maybe it's because they're from the country, but we're still trying to figure this out. These people, most of them are going over there, but instead of cutting straight through the square here, they all go this way. And they go around, and then they go that way. Okay, so watch this little white car. He was the one that was over here. There he goes. And now he's going to go that way. I don't understand how everybody knows that. But they're all doing it. So some unwritten rule somewhere that lets them all know they can't go straight through? Perhaps? Oh, here comes a bus again. Oh, he's going to go that way.
Even these guys, right? They came this way. They came this way, and they didn't turn that way.
So maybe there's a sign that says no left turns.
No straight through or something?
I don't know. In here, I found out today is a subway down below in that building. straight ahead. So I was in there today. I got some money exchanged there, and then I bought a cup of coffee, which turned out to be like, oh, I think it was a $6 coffee. It's kind of like going to Starbucks or something. Yeah, I don't know. Don't make no sense to me. Lots of little cafes and stuff. That was the other cool thing. So we found out that this portion of town is currently inhabited by mostly Iranians and people from Turkey. So if we didn't stand out before, I'm sure we do now. I happen to have a good friend from Turkey. He's a good guy. I don't think I know any Iranian people, but I'm sure they'll be fine too. But I did think it was funny where we ended up here. It's kind of hilarious.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.